Play some spinach. Yeah, can't understand
Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. This mic going. All right.
Oh, I hate trying to be organized. It takes too long. Fucking crap. Anybody go fishing this weekend?
No.
Shore fishing, bro.
We're going to talk some shore fishing today. Is it really fishing?
You know what?
Working.
It's probably harder than fishing out of a boat.
Yeah, it's it.
What, you think so? Shore fishing?
Definitely.
Yeah, at least I can move away from some asshole instead of being right in the
I got a story for you then later on, bro.
There you go.
Santos
Didn't even
shore
know it.
fishing adventure.
Didn't even know it.
No,
You're
really.
setting it up already.
Yep.
Evening, Andrew. Just coming back from Hecla. 200 is the clicker. He's got the clicker going.
Oh, where's the clicker?
It's been
clicker.
slow out there lately, so good job you guys getting into it. They went through
What's
a
slow
dry
up in
spell.
Hecla, bro? What's
They went on a dry spell at Hecla, bro.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Wait, they only caught
40 or
60.
50 a boat. Yeah,
Like what?
40 or
Like
50 a boat.
Dry
It's
spell.
a dry spell.
That's
What
what
else
we
we
caught
got
on
there?
the weekend, and that's a dry spell.
Starting soon. Go 3 banger today. I had no time to do anything.
You're so busy, man. I mean, what time you leaving? What time you leaving tomorrow?
We gotta wait for the plaques to print. They're telling me come by mid-morning. All right, I'll wait for that. Flyer print is already ready, so I can get that.
Awesome. If you went
I can
fishing over
grab
the
it
weekend,
for you, you know.
Yeah, if we had to. But if he's gonna finish it by mid-morning, he had 700 medals for some high school or something. I go,
Really
the
nice.
kids, man, I need these plaques, bro. Never mind these. 700 medals. They're giving the whole school medals, is what it sounds like.
Holy
But it's because they all come in first place now.
Everyone's first kid.
Participation award, bro.
They don't need 700 medals.
Hero biscuits to everybody.
Okay, well, let's just load up here. We'll get started. We got a good show going here. What's up, Jason? What's happening, brother? But I hate to
That's
go
the
get
leaks on this weekend, eh?
Yeah, what link is that again? Like, weird name. Yeah,
10 kill or something like that.
10
something
kill.
like that.
10 kill.
We'll talk a little BASS about that. We'll get going here. Go. Finish my song. That's my
That's
jam.
where,
Spanish song.
I think Christine Fisher just won a tournament there on 10 kill.
She did. Man.
Was that last week, right?
The Christine Fisher is a killer angler, man. She's good, bro. She's good for sure. We're gonna get started here. We've got a good show for you today. We got the 3 guys here. Mike Datoli's in the house, and Santos Dragon Boy is here. Your host Eric LaPolpa. Greetings. My new roof rack doesn't fit. Leon, trial and error, bro. Trial and error, brother. Just keep it going, man.
Just put it through the front windshield like the
It'll
last
all
one.
work eventually. Yeah. If all else fails, man, that's what it is. You just use the mirrors as your anchor points and just strap the baby down and go.
Do what you can, right?
Yeah.
Season 8, open water, sponsors, Tech Video Security. Big shout out. Gone Fishing, Acme Tackle, and Kalen's. Big thanks for supporting the show here. We've got a cool one here. We're going to talk hiding baits. Is hiding baits still a thing? The history of leeches, using leeches. Believe it or not, there was a time when nobody used leeches and it was this big secret thing. But yeah, hiding baits is bait fishing, pickle rig fishing, really fishing kind of thing. We'll see. Santos has got a story to share here, so we'll talk that there. Gussie is at it again. He had a good tournament last one. The elites are back at it on 10 killer, right? Does that start Thursday?
Yeah, 10 killer, yeah.
Thursday.
And then we're going to talk the Prairie Walleye Classic primer. That goes down this weekend, Friday, Saturday. Rules meeting is on Thursday, so that big kickerfish event coming up this week. We'll talk all that and anything else anyone else wants to talk about today. We'll go. I got all kinds of shit. You know, it's been flooding my DMs, man. The last 2 weeks. It's the return of Bigfoot, bro. I've been off the Bigfoot kick a little bit. And then there's this mofo, whoever it is. I don't know what the original account is. Leon met Sasquatch the other day there in the Vermilion Bay, but who's that? Who's the original account that's doing that? Like these AI Sasquatch, they're hilarious. Have you guys seen them?
No, I haven't seen
I've
any.
seen those. I've seen a couple of them.
Fuck, are they funny, man? That guy's a funny guy. Like shit. So of course, everyone knows I'm a Sasquatch head, right?
Yeah.
My inbox has been full of them continuously, man. We'll play one here. Let's watch one or whatever. These are funny, bro.
Today's prank, I snuck dynamite into these knuckleheads' firewood. Stand back, mates.
All right. Bit more than I expected. Still funny though.
He got Sasquatch and Yeti doing all kinds of shit, man. Like Yeti and Sasquatch went fishing in this last one that I saw. They went bass fishing. They go, fuck. I don't know who's making this, man, but AI is.
It's just off the charts, man. It's
dangerous shit, bro, man. That AI is.
It is dangerous.
Oh, it's great.
Well, what's more dangerous, the people make it or the people who believe some of that stuff, man?
Well, that's the thing. People are
right. Like there are some people who believe some of the shit, man.
Yeah, people are getting dumber by the year.
Yeah, my God, man, that stuff's funny, man. If you have any more,
that's funny though, man.
We'll be playing that stuff every week now, man. They're funny, man. Jesus Christ. Piotrowski's buddy caught a guy breaking into trucks and keying trucks at Hecla. Oh, that shit.
I'd break his fingers.
Who is doing that? Just breaking the trucks and keying them yet? Man.
Yeah.
I know, like, I don't know. People break into things because they need meth money. But what's the whole point of keying a truck now? Like, what's the.
I don't know.
What's jealous? They're bored.
Like, God dang, man. So your buddy caught the guy. What's the story? What did he do with him then? Hope he didn't just wag his finger at him.
Well, I know. There's another post.
Anything.
There's another post. They actually got a picture of the guy's truck. So I don't know if this is the same person, but on the post it said that they saw this guy, like just checking out all the trucks and everything, and checking the handles, seeing if they'll open. So
over at Hecla?
I don't know. Yeah, same place. Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
So nothing safe anymore, man.
A couple knuckleheads just to ruin it. Oh, it's all it takes, though, right? One knucklehead out there doing stuff, and that just kills it, man. So anyway, don't leave stuff obviously open. I don't know, in your vehicles when you're at Necklace for any launch, really, wherever you're at. That's that's my buddy. There you go, bro. Yeah. All right. Shit. Yeah. You try and make it as discouraging as possible to wanna hit your
break
vehicle,
their hands. They won't do it again.
Yeah, if you catch them.
Yeah,
you catch them. There's some people going through some shit right now for sure. This is Cindy Pedbo's place. I met her. She, you see some of the clothes, Wild North clothing and stuff that I wear and stuff. I met her in the paw. That was their house last week.
Yeah,
that's their house now.
Oh my God.
So up in Flin Flon, it's raging, man. Lactabani is coming under control now, and the white shell, but Flin Flon up there, cranberries raging at the moment. So our hearts and thoughts go out to all people affected by the fires right now. It's nuts up there, man. Stay safe.
I wonder. I think they were saying that the three fires that were up there kind of combined, like they made one. They've joined already.
They got together.
Big fire. Yeah.
Well, that wind this weekend, right? That helps nothing.
That one was nuts, man.
Yeah. Little smattering of rain is not going to do nothing, man. Especially when you got that wind going. Like, holy shit! Did you see those? Who's you texting? Mike's texting somebody. Did you see those guys who got stranded? There's like 18 workers got stranded at a place there.
I saw that video. They got surrounded, man, and they're lucky they got out.
They got out though. Lived to show the video.
Did, yes. Yeah.
Like, geez.
At least they got out.
Yeah.
I think the story was that they got surrounded and they just chanced and said we're going to drive through this thing and just whatever happened. Because if they stayed, I think that they're done. Right?
It was closing in, man, and the flames are 200 feet high. You just got to make a break for it, man. That's all you could do. Like shit.
So good on them for getting out, man. Shit.
That's way up there. Yeah. I caught the same guy break into a car twice in 5 months. He got paid the first time and arrested both times.
Yeah.
Carry on over there. He's fucking always going at the guys.
He's always got something going on.
I've seen video of you, brother, Rick, and twisting guys up outside the doctor's office. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This week is Prairie Walleye Classic is this week. We'll get
Nice.
a primer going on that. We'll get into that there a little bit too and stuff. All kinds of shit or whatever. I
How
did
many
wanna
teams
shout
you
out
at now?
73.
73, eh?
So we should end up at 73, 75, something like that. There are a couple teams. There's 3 teams directly affected by the fires up north.
Oh,
Just like kayak was, that they got more important things going on than
yeah.
Then
you
a
know,
fishing tournament.
do a fun tournament. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, like not cool or whatever. We got one guy who broke his tendons or whatever. Goozy just cut his hand up pretty good, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. I was just talking to him today. He's not sure when he's going to be able to go fishing. That's got to be killing him right now.
Ouch. How'd that happen?
I told him I'll 3D print something for his hand, for crying out loud.
It could be done. Just want to shout out to Verdon Recreation, sponsor there over in Verdon. It's a killer fun dealer out there, Saskatchewan, Manitoba border, sponsor of the tournament. Dakota, of course, will be raffling off a Tarova Quest 90, valued at $4,500, 60-inch. It's a 60-inch version, whatever that is. Anyway, it's a kill. Yeah, this Quest 90, 115-pound thrust. So that'll be raffled off there. So that'll be at tournament headquarters at the arena. And then Lund boat. We have a couple Lund boats on display, pulled by some Honda ATVs in there. So big shout out to Lund. We're going to get into that Lund competition side thingy next year. It was too late to apply for it this year. You guys see that at all?
Yeah, they've been running that for a little while now.
Yeah.
Champions Club?
Yeah.
Should have been applied. Should have applied last year to get in for this year, kind of thing.
Yeah.
When Red Lake and Sioux Lookout catch and kill tournament is in it. Freaking KBI's in it. Meanwhile, Wood Lake and Alumacraft sponsor that tournament. They're it's part of it, right?
Yeah.
But no Saskatchewan, no Manitoba tournaments are part of Champions Club. So got to get that fixed next year for sure.
I'm sure you can put in 3 or 4 of them, eh?
Yeah. Well, if Lund's sponsoring, it could be a tier 2 tournament, no problem, really. Let's say. I don't know.
You think more boat companies would do things like that? No?
Contingency prizes?
Yeah. Well, I think down south they do it a lot, like for bass boats especially, man. It's crazy. How often?
Yeah, but you got to look at the amount of entries. Like you're in the States, you're getting 200 plus teams.
Yeah.
Right? They're Wednesday jackpots. We're going to do a Thursday jackpot in 2 weeks. But they're Wednesday jackpots there. Have 40 teams going out there trying to win $150.
Yeah.
Legit. Like that's what they're trying to like. It's just they're just to go out and compete, right? Like they have.
And I think
so many more people.
And I think when I used to have the World Fishing Network, they used to show where just the big bass, man, didn't have to win the whole tournament or anything. You just had to have a big bass for the hour.
Oakley Big Bass Tour in California, yeah.
But they'd have full out loaded boats, man. Skeeters, it was nuts, man.
Oh, to give away?
To give away. That was the
Ain't no one giving away. No one's giving away boats like that.
You're talking about that Skeeter Championship.
Skeeter Championship, and there's
that's
other
what
ones
it's called.
Yeah.
No one's giving away boats. Even the ones that are giving them away end up not even giving away. You guys see what happened to American Bass Anglers? What's going on?
No.
So American Bass Anglers is it's a minor league tour. I mean, you got your big leagues like we keep talking about, the elites and BPT and MLF, and now NPFL is a major league. American Bass Anglers and BFLs and stuff like that, those are lower than lower. This is it would be lower than Manitoba Moose. It's like another step lower. It's ECHL kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a way for people to do competitions and stuff like that in the States. And they have the website and they do tournaments and stuff like that. But if you read here, all events now feature all cash payouts, meaning actual cash. You're talking about paper, not price, like not checks, because they haven't been paying their anglers. They're getting sued at the moment because they're running tournaments. One guy won a boat.
Never got it.
Well, he went to go follow up with the boat company or whatever, and they know nothing about it, man. They know nothing.
Nothing? Oh,
we have nothing to do with American Bass Anglers. What are you talking about? What's this boat and whatever? And there's the guy. Anyway, they're getting sued. So hopefully they can clean that up, but that's not cool, man. I mean, you're entering a tournament. You would think if you win, you win money. Holy shit. It's an Alabama-based tour. They do run events all around, but shit's going down. That's all the drama in the Basswood right now this week is everything about ABA. Hey, you guys don't know about ABA,
No.
And then I remember reading a little bit about it. Yeah, like you said, that some guys were getting paid, that they're owed money still.
I told you this year I haven't spent very much time anywhere near FB and freaking the internet.
Just got your head buried in boats.
Got my head buried.
Working, man.
That's it.
Now let's look at this world's largest. We gotta get you guys woken up here. World's largest Texas rig.
Ah, look at that thing. Let me see. Turn this way. World's largest Texas rig, right here. Wow.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Why?
That's
Because you got the world's biggest Texas rig, I guess.
your
How?
bragging rights, man.
Yeah,
It looks good. Like look, it's in the water. Look, check it out.
All right, here it is, part 2. Fishing the world's largest Texas rig. Look at that 6.5-foot worm. We got it on 300-pound tests. We go EWG hook, acting as a good keel.
Solar sugar was a good call.
Yeah, super bright.
It's a legit Texas rig, man. It's text posed and everything and stuff. Like
No,
it's
it'll get a shark.
That'll get bit, bro. That'll get bit.
That'll get bit for sure.
water.
A shark or something's gonna eat that thing, man.
Yeah.
Nash is all mad. We went to McDonald's and his medium Sprite is actually water. Not even fizzy water, it's water.
I'd be pissed off too, man.
He's all mad. You have to come show me, man. I go, wait till this guy sips it, man. Not supposed to have pop anymore anyway, but it's bedtime. Yeah. Go to McDonald's and go.
That's a giant hook, man. Like massive.
Where do you get an EWG hook that big? Like there's no big ones like that, right? For shark and tuna, they don't come that.
Well,
I don't think so. That's I bet you that's
that has to be somebody had to have made it.
Yeah.
That's for
no way
catching
it's-
narwhals. Leave the whales alone, bro. I'd cry if I caught a whale, bro. That'd be like imagine you caught a dolphin. Not like a dolphin fish or like a dolphin.
Not a
That
dolphin.
would they must get caught though. They're smart buggers, but
You know what?
I don't know. I've
actually-
never seen anybody catch a dolphin. Nobody's ever held up a picture of a dolphin.
I was reading on Facebook.
Mark
down
Vermette
south-
won Beast of the Week with a dolphin.
No, but
Yeah, but he was in a
they're
pool
causing a
with
problem now. Dolphins
He
are causing a
didn't-
problem by the piers, man.
He didn't
From what I've been
hook it.
reading. The dolphins have been like stealing people's fish on the hook. Like they're actually like taking the fish. From what I've been reading down.
And then they
know
come
not to bite
by
the hook, I guess. Eh?
and then they come by laughing at you with that cackling sound they make.
I would cry, man. Make a dolphin sound. Do your best dolphin sound, Mike.
I can't
Here it
do
goes.
that.
What the-
Yeah.
what's
I can't do
I
that.
thought he was gonna do it, man. Make your best dolphin sound.
Make your best dolphin sound.
what was that, little bolts?
What the hell is that?
Sounds like a horse,
That's
bro.
a creepy. That's a creepy.
That's a creepy clown sound.
That's
Never
a creeper
mind.
Skinner dolphin. Oh shit, man! In my head, it sounds right, but I don't think.
In my head, it sounds right too, but I can't get it to come out that way.
Dolphin sounds. Oh my god. All right. Anyway, got the new magazine
Oh
came
my
out here.
God.
Bass Angler magazine. I still subscribe. They send me a hard copy.
Yeah.
And then they give you a digital copy now too. But I was perusing through it. There was a cool article here, man. If you're into magazines still, man, it's cool still. Like I learn all kinds of shit from this stuff. I was reading this article, Keeping That School Going. And that was interesting to me because when people fish and it's like too many people just chucking wine too, and they're not sort of thinking, you know, you disrupt the school that just moved off.
Yeah.
People have that concept down pretty good on Lake Winnipeg on the ice. They sort of know if it peters off, and they know that if you just do a couple moves or tweaks, you can catch a few more fish or get back on the pond, right?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's no different in open water, whether you're walleye fishing or bass fishing. Those are schooling kind of fish, and it's no different, man. It's the same kind of. Some people go, the bite died off. It can, but why did it die off? Maybe it died off because you freaking stung 9 fish out of
Too
a
many of them, you know. Or they
50
just
fish
moved.
school kind of thing. But there's things that you can do, so you switch it. Like you're fishing topwater. I had lots of fun topwater bites. Mike's had a topwater kick and a topwater. As soon as you stop getting blown up on or whatever, if you start fishing the bottom, that's going to be good for another 4, 5, or 6 fish.
That's
You might
what we
not
did.
want to catch it that way.
That's what
but
we
it
did
is,
on the weekend.
right? Get them top and get them bottom.
And
kind
I'm
of
bottom,
thing.
yeah.
Well, it was no different than when we went out on the weekend, like on Saturday. Was getting them on plastics, and then all of a sudden they just stopped biting. So I had to throw a Ned rig out, or not a Ned rig, but a drop shot,
Yeah.
Switch it up.
and then
So
switch it up.
Either you're making it more active. You can throw something louder. You whip a crankbait through there, right? Or big
Yeah.
plastic or something. You get glide baits. People are using that now. Or you start going finesse with it.
Yeah.
And like Mike says, you drop a drop shot and you get the wiggle some bait. You know, put a.
They catch
a
on pretty
worm or
quick when their
something.
buddy goes missing out of the crowd because he chased something.
It's true though, but if you're on a good bite, some people go, okay, I've caught 3 or 4 off this whatever little stretch of this in between 2 docks. Oh, it's done, and then you move over. There's frick. You know how it is, man. You guys, everyone has like forward facing sonar, and you see for every fish that you're catching, there's
So many more
You
you're
see it.
missing, man.
watch the videos, man. There's
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 following thing, and you get one out. You know,
Yeah.
like you're only getting. Heck, anecdotally, what are we catching? 25% of what's actually in front of you, kind of thing. If that,
If we're lucky enough, yeah.
you know, like right, like.
Well, what? I mean, like Eric, you know, at KBA, how many times you've gone over a spot? I mean, we're throwing our swim baits, getting nothing, and then we throw a tube or net rig, and it's nonstop. In the
Back in the day,
same exact
20.
spot, yes.
2013, we would run through this thing with whatever we want to throw, fast baits, right?
Yeah.
That's a dead shoreline. Nowadays, we'd be like, we start experimenting. Like we go, okay, we did that, right? All right. We got one nibble here and one baby one. We're going to start that same stretch, and they're going to fish it slow this time.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, fucking 12 big bass.
And it's like, yeah, there goes our swim bait night.
Shit. We're so dumb. You know, because like, it's just fishing efficient. Having 2 people in a boat doing it in a tournament helps even more. That's why it's such an advantage.
Yeah.
You're fishing 2 different things and you can really narrow it down and stuff like that. But there's all kinds, like those are interesting articles to me when it says keep that school going, and there's different tips on what you can do to maximize and really, really bleed that thing dry. Didn't even turn the page on it. Just let me see what's on the other page here. Keeping them fired up. Oh yeah, you guys ever do that for bass? Like you're really wanting, you can see 1 or 2, 3 even following.
And then you just leave one in there, and then the
I was
other guy
gonna say,
catches them. Yeah,
Have your like a hair, right? Hair would be your
something to follow up with.
something light to just throw it out there, and that help. They're trying to wait for that fish to spit out. The one that's hooked, they wait for that hook to get spit out, and they're going to hit it, right? So always have your next one ready to go and stuff like that.
I've seen guys put the fish in their live well and not throw it back in the water to spook those ones that are still there.
All right, that's what I was getting to after here. Is that true? So you're saying as long as it's legal, like I mean,
Yeah.
actually some people don't even care. They don't care if it's legal or not. They're not. We're going to put it back anyway, but they don't want to put it back right away because they say that you release it, that fish comes down. Like I don't think he's physically telling his buddies, nobody eat nothing in the next 20 minutes. But the way he acts, I guess if he goes and sulks, other ones might want to go sulk too or drop deep or something, right?
Maybe. But yet, if you look when they're, what was it, about a month ago, Drew Benton threw one back, or Drew Cook threw one back in the water because the one fish was acting weird, so he threw it back in the water to catch that other one.
That kept the other one
On the
they wanted to
bedding.
catch around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you're bed fishing, yeah. That'll bugger them up when you pull them off beds, though. That's why I'm all like we already said it. Same thing with the bluegills. I'd rather not bother them on beds too. What's up, Brad? What's happening, brother? Being prepped for different bites is something I need to learn to fish for. Yeah, I mean, we could all rig up 17 rods, but you already have to do your homework before then and narrow that down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then after a little bit of time on the water, you can actually start putting rods back in the locker or stuff like that or whatever, like because you've really sort of narrowed it down. Come tournament time, when you see boats like that have 20 rods on deck, you know that they're not on something, eh? They're still trying.
It's almost like they're
Quiet,
guessing.
Rob.
Right?
Was that wrong?
It's almost like they're guessing. Like you said, they're not sure what's going to work in areas and stuff. So that's why they have all those rods out. I mean, but you want to fish with confidence too. So I mean, some guys just have what you're confident in, man. Like if you're still learning too.
Yeah, but the thing is
Right.
if you're throwing that confident bait and it's not working, then you're going to lose confidence in that confident bait.
Yeah.
Come on,
But, I
that
mean,
all
we're
comes down time on the water. You just
Yeah.
throw everything, man. You gotta,
You just
Gotta
got to
try
have a
different-
variety
try
on the
different
deck.
things, right? Yeah.
but you gotta throw different things. Like I said, oh
Mhm.
man, Marcus Studio, Hecla was pickerel rigs with minnows from shore, then midday changed to spoon bite. Yeah, back in the day. I keep saying I broke the story in 2017, but Alan, like they fish spoons, red devils.
Yeah.
Or you can get fancy or whatever, but we're talking spoons. You whip it out as far as you can up the dock, and you can do it from boat if you want, and then you would just let it sit on the ground, and you're hopping a spoon back, and a lot of it is just sand out there, right? And like you could do this, you're not going to get snagged or nothing, and these things would slam it. Fucking this thing comes off the ground, and Alan goes, the next time he pulls back, it's on, and they
Yeah.
did that for years. Some people like the pickerel rig, and other people would just be because you could whip a spoon really far too, right? A heavy spoon,
Yeah.
take your whole spool out there. But yeah, like Mark's saying here, man, change to a spoon bite for if people do it in the wintertime. Open water, very underrated, man. And you don't have to bring any bait. This is my whole thing, man. If you're at Hecla, you're at Winnipeg Beach, whatever, you've got 47 walleye under your belt already.
Try
Why not
different things, man.
Why not
Yeah.
try something different, man? Just to
Try different things, man. Like,
God,
Yeah, just put your
you already
shoelace
had a
on
good,
there.
you
It'll
already had a
probably
good
work.
day, man, right? Like you've had an awesome day already. Like try different techniques, whatever. Like Leon said, learn to do a different bite, man.
Yeah, man. But just if you do a little bit, well, it all takes experience too, and you can ask questions, stuff like that. But if you have an idea of what a lake that you're going to, or a river, or a time of year, you can really narrow down those rods, like or lures that you're gonna actually. You pretty much like, oh, there's 4 or 5 different presentations you can do now, and then a little bit of fishing, and you go, oh, this is what it's gonna be today.
And then you can cut that down to 2.
You got
Yeah.
2, like really, like at Sandy Lake there, I was on a float and the swim bait kind of thing. I was Ned rigging, and it wasn't doing
working.
nothing, man. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. And then like you had to be sort of you wanted it above and in weeds or whatever.
Yeah.
Hard to drop shot in weeds because you're in the muck kind of thing. You got that thing floating. Oh my god, isn't that fun? Mike Klatt brings 6 rods and usually only use 2. It's true. You should try
Been there, done that, man. Like
try and get through all 6 though if you can. Like I mean, sometimes I'll just. I mean, you might not even give it. You might only do 4 or 5 casts with something, but at least you did. Because in that 5 minutes, if you catch something, man, you're like,
never know.
you guys know how it is, man. It's freaking that confidence just freaking skyrockets as soon as you get. You don't even have to land it. You throw something out there that you don't even think is whatever. I'll give it a shot. And thunk, you just feel this stuff. Holy shit! You'll be fishing that for the next hour.
Yep.
Just because it's like, yeah, it works. Like it works, man. So
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could then you know that the fish will actually hit it. I mean, right? Like,
you just want to know if they're going to hit it or not. kind of
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
It sucks when I fish with lots of people, man. And you know me, I'm catching fish, eh? And they want to try something different. And it's like freaking like they lose all confidence because they're throwing something. They give it 2 casts, and I just hope, no, there's another one.
Yeah.
They can't even give themselves a chance to try something different because the freaking swim bait keeps working. Back to the swim bait because Eric keeps catching. Brett Grimes just puts a snap on. See, that's one thing I don't do. Who else does that out there? I don't. I try
The
to
only
use
time I have a
least
snap on
amount of
is
permit.
when I'm ice fishing, so I can change spoons.
I'll do it for ice fishing. I'll do it for reaction baits too, like swim baits and spinner baits, stuff like that.
I just tie everything. I tie everything.
A lot of
Your
the
swim
moving
baits?
baits, I'll have it.
Santos, your
Oh.
swim baits?
Yeah, man. I'll just have that on there because they're moving baits. I mean, I'm assuming they're not really looking at anything else other than the swim bait.
Makes sense. In my head, I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but I mean, at least it's,
Even with
I'm like I said, my thing is that it's a moving bait. It's moving fast. We're other than if you're slow rolling it, we're fishing it. We're fishing through there real quick. So that's why I'll have a snap on that thing.
anyone
right?
who fishes in my boat, you know, man, I'll look over if they have a snap. You're gonna want to take that off, you know. Like I always say. But other guys are like, well, I don't want to tie again. Like, I mean, like that's just an easy snap. And then I get proved wrong anyway. I've seen it, man. I've seen a 1 ounce jig on some, not even just not a finesse black, you know, cross lock swivel. We're talking freaking Danielson freaking paperclip this long with swivels all over the place, and they still go hammer fish, man. So I mean,
Yeah,
goes to show. Yeah, I don't know.
you never know, but
I do it every
Yeah.
once in a while if I'm really experimenting.
Crankbaits. If I'm pulling crankbaits, I'll have snaps on them.
Yeah, see, crankbaits.
Crankbaits,
like,
you have to change
things
colors.
Spoons
that,
will have
size.
snaps on them.
Yeah, but like Ned rigging and like Nico rigging, there's no snaps or nothing. It's straight like right.
The
Things
more
like
finesse,
Yeah.
finesse your rig
Yeah.
or whatever bait you're using, yeah, you should use less terminal. But like, that makes sense. Like you guys says, if it's moving, especially the faster you're fishing it, you're trolling at troll reef runners, right? You're trolling at 2.5 miles an hour. I mean, shit, you can have a snap there all you want. It's all good.
Same with
Only have a couple rounds, so snap is king. Yeah, I got you. That too.
Spinners, pulling spinners, snaps.
Yeah.
Spinners, yes, because bottom bouncer, that whole thing. It's a whole rig already, kind of thing. My topwater crankwine has a snap. Stop, bro. Stop, Jason Tate. He catches fish though, so I can't say nothing. But your topwater.
I wouldn't do that for top water crank, yes, but not top water. But hey, man,
I
Like,
don't
for me,
know.
for top-
Doesn't that change the action of the top water though?
that's all I always thought too. That's why I don't
If
do it. I mean,
A popper?
Yeah.
It must definitely. Heck, I use mono leader and I use a loop knot just so I can get
Yes.
maximum with a popper. If you don't know, you want that spray, right? If you're doing it right, you little jerk like this and it's spraying at you. You want that. And I use mono so it floats. If you direct braid it or if you use fluoro, it actually points.
He
it
says
down.
he says ploppers and spooks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Your bigger top waters like that. What did you buy, Mike, the other day? Fucking
El Chapo.
El
El
Chapo,
Chapo.
you like that El Chapo, right?
I freaking love that thing, man. That's my
I had
favorite
that
blade.
blade break on me one time to chop. I guess you shouldn't throw.
Oh,
it
you know how many
should.
I've broken? Especially in
They
the
break,
kayak.
right?
I go to casting, I hit the head of the trolling motor, or I
And
get
they
back
die.
up the other.
Then it's
Yeah.
done. Like once that
I got
top
8 of
part
them.
is done.
8 brand new ones with the props broken on them.
Ah,
Oh,
that's what I
they're not the totally proof, bro.
I'm gonna
A big-
3D print new props. Piss on this. I'm gonna fix them.
you might as well actually. Yeah,
You can, bro.
Well,
big
it's
spooks,
$16
man.
or $17 a pop. Yeah.
Santos introduced me to the Zara spook. Remember you taught me Zara spooks?
So how to
those
walk in
are-
there, walk the dog. They're money, bro. Like,
Big ones. I got big musky ones.
Yeah.
That are fun to see, and then little ones that catch all kinds of bass. And the one time, the only wall I've ever gone to go, it never like it like I came up to poke it or whatever, but it was on a spook, Zara spook, man.
top water, right?
Fucking
Yeah.
love- They love that shit, man. Yeah. I think sometimes people new to fishing overthink it. Jigs rattle fast. I tell people, use a pick rig, salty, or 5 of diamonds. You definitely can sort of overthink it, but everything just falls into a category. Like all spoons are spoons, right?
Yeah.
You just start getting into your flutter and narrow and vertical and horizontal, but they all fall into their category. Top water is its own thing. So if you sort of break it down that way, Leon, without starting to go too deep in the weeds, so to speak, on different techniques. Like if you go soft plastics, that's its own thing. Just try different soft plastic, this and that. If you start getting all fancy, like once you start reading too much and watching TV shows and they're text posing this and daimiki, chaitiki, all this crazy Japanesey fucking stuff, it gets really freaking
There's so much stuff, right?
overwhelming or whatever. But if you just separate it to like the 5 main categories,
Yeah.
you got your trolling, and then you've got your live bait kind of rigs, and stuff like that, things that are top water, things that fish the bottom, and things that you chuck in wine. Like, I mean, it isn't that complicated, bro. You just get fancier as more stuff kind of thing. Gabe uses snaps on his picker rigs to get better action. Really, bro? It's talking. Fishing to get better action. And me and my dad used to modify our picker rigs too, because it would make a difference doing different stuff. My dad would use.
What'd you do? Put a bigger spark plug on?
No, we used weights. He didn't like using spark plugs. He said it was littering, but
Littering.
beads.
You put more beads on yours, eh?
Well, bigger. He'd do oversized beads.
Yeah.
And I just used out of the box, and he would make his own rigs, right?
Yeah.
He just outfished me 3 weeks in a row, and then I switch over and I use my dad's rigs. I still have them. Yeah, he makes his own rigs. He picks up terminal. Like we started cleaning shorelines. That's how we got this whole fam cleaning shoreline thing. We used to do it all the time anyway, because we'd be collecting the terminal.
Yeah.
The stands or whatever on
The
picker
tees?
the tees.
Tees or whatever, hook things, whatever.
Yeah. And then any kind of snaps and stuff like that or whatever. But yeah, beads and then eagle claw hooks. Like he didn't like the golds. Like
The
you always
hooks.
get eagle claw upsize. And you would upsize, he'd get like 4/0, 3/0 kind of thing. But anyway, what are you saying? Because is bait fishing? You're saying is bait
picker.
fishing?
Well, I like here on our podcast, we like to talk about sports and what's not a sport.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like if you're a hockey player, then you're gonna say sponge hockey or ball hockey is really not a sport if you're playing like real hockey. So me and Jess, we've been fishing a lot on shore lately, and I was just thinking, because of the show, I was like, hey, like pickerel rigging, we're casting out there and just letting it sit there. We're not doing anything else. Is that compared to other fishing?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Does it take skill? You're saying?
Well, I'm not saying it takes skill. I mean, yes, I know it's still fishing, but when like our show, we like to talk about sports and compare things. Like if we're talking about fishing, like bait, I mean, we're going for bass, we're casting all the time, jigging, we're always moving. Is would you call pickerel rigging or bait fishing the same? Like,
So what are you equating it with? Walking championship or something like that?
I don't know.
Speed walking?
Yeah, it was just in my head because I was sitting there just thinking. That's all. I said, might as well bring it up. Who knows?
Well,
I mean,
all I know is this, bro.
Yeah.
The experienced guys who are still like whoever short fishes 3 times a week or whatever, like wherever you say you're going Selkirk, right? You're doing lock work.
Yeah.
Those dudes would freaking outfish you, man. If it came like your life depended on it,
yeah,
you get your ass kicked by these guys. So there's definitely
I know there's skill and everything, right?
There's technique and all that kind of stuff. Refinement. There's definitely refinement to it and stuff like that.
No, is it the spot that they're at, or is it
how far you're throwing it?
How far you're throwing?
How you're throwing it? Like into what current? Like that kind of thing. And spots too. Your bait. Yeah. And if you're bait fishing, man, you have to have good bait still. Your rig. I've seen it, man, because it's not just like we always bring it back to you take Hecla and you take 10 boats that are sitting by the lighthouse and they drop down. The 20 people on these 10 boats, not everyone's catching at the same rate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though it's a million fish underneath it all, they're not catching. Like it's all same thing on shore. I've seen it, man. It's not just to throw it out there and just wait. I'm telling you, like if we got that's it because we're supposed to be doing a live show, pickerel rigging.
All of a sudden, that's it. No,
it's gonna happen.
Up when he says that's it.
That's it. So now it's a pickerel rigging competition.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it while we still have these are the longest days of the year, right? So we can still film. It's just been it turned into crazy gloomy weather here, man.
And now all of a sudden
we need it. We need it.
I guess we need it though. You can't complain.
The rain, yeah.
Shit. I'm inside in a warm house. Some people are freaking lost their places or whatever. But man, we're gonna do that. And you'll see, like, we'd get our ass kicked by people who still are fresh doing it.
No, I'm not putting it. I'm just saying, like, it just something for like I thought, like it's interesting. I mean, because like I said, we talk about sports, and some sports to us aren't a sport, like, right? And
we're gonna have to make a tripod to put the live imaging in the water from shore.
You can actually. If you have like boots or hip waders, you just get deep enough so your rig is actually pointing at something.
Yeah,
it would work, man. Why not? It definitely would.
Of course, it'd work, man.
I was gonna. What were we doing here? Oh, so looking at this. This is funny. Kayak fishing. Have you guys seen one with a steering wheel yet? I don't think I've seen one with a steering wheel.
That's funny.
But that's not even too long ago. If you really think about it, that was kayak fishing. You say 10 years ago. Kayak fishing was like you're in your Pelican and stuff like that or whatever.
No pedals, no nothing, no motors, nothing.
Nothing.
It was just paddling.
All the doohickeys were just garage-made stuff, right? Like just how you're gonna fasten this and fasten. Now, like you got Yak Attack and Yak Power and all kinds of. Everyone's making accessories, but it's just changed. So how you see an industry change in just that short of a time. Like Hobie was like the only one for a while. They're doing stuff, and Old Town came in, and now you got all kinds of crazy things out there.
Right
now, you got a whole bunch of. Well, and then you've got all the aftermarket companies making stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's its own industry, man. It's definitely its own industry. I'm still in 2019. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Tony, that's me now.
Hey, but
these rigs though.
You know how that kayak came up real fast when that guy was catching fish? That's what happened to Jess the other night too, man. We were fishing Selkirk Pier.
Okay.
Jess catches a fish, and there's barely anyone there.
On the flat,
like the big dock
in town. Okay, yeah.
Right? And there's this family that don't speak English. They just once Jess caught a fish, man. I ain't shitting you. 2 feet away from her, dude. 2 feet away, they come by and start fishing right beside her, man. And
What would that mean? Like throw their pickerel rig? Because you don't have to step. You can just angle your pickerel rig.
they
towards
know
that person.
if she's standing right here, they came right here, man. Not even just casting over line. They went right behind her and fished like. And there's Jess with Maya. It's like, what the fuck?
Did they catch fish though? Did they catch fish after doing
No,
that?
they
move?
didn't catch fish. Because I caught one. I was like 10 feet away from her other side, and I offered him the fish. Right? It's like, but like I'm saying, some of these people, man, like I haven't short fished in a while. Like we've been short fishing because it's just easier for us, and we're in town. It's close. I'm telling you, man, like these guys more than Lockported, man.
That's boat and ice though.
That's when
not
you.
this winter.
That's
on
when
the
you
ice.
start side arming everything. Just start side arming.
I know, but I'm telling the pier, it was like there's no one. There's so much room. They could have gone 20 feet. They went 2 feet away from Jess. I go, holy shit.
So why don't you say something? Why are you beside me?
Because they couldn't speak any English, man. I wanted to tell them like
Universal language is like looking at someone with disgust. Like what?
Yeah, it's like this. That's universal language.
wow, but they had kids there, and I said, oh, I'm like, I was telling Jess, I go, maybe where they're from, there must be so many people there that they're just used to being on top, so they don't really think it's a problem. I don't know, man. I mean, but Jess like, what the hell, man?
I would start side arming.
You could have just moved over and still catch fish. That's the best, man.
Well, no,
I switch spots with people, man. I'll switch spots with them.
Yeah,
because like
so
I
that's
said,
what we
it's
did.
not
We
really
just moved over.
like if I know it's my bait or if I'm casting further or sometimes like for the greenback bite on the red, you'd be surprised, man. You only need to chuck it like it is in the boat. You only got to chuck it like 20 feet in front of you. Yeah. Sometimes depending where the especially where the water's high. I always just switch spots if they're coming this way. You want to switch spot? We'll just switch spots, and then I pray that freaking I start catching. And I still hammer them. We switch spots, and hammer them, and that's the best way. And then they start asking questions. Then, okay, what are you using? Because now it's not the spot kind of thing, right? But
that's the spot. Oh my god, man!
But that's no different than anything, man. That's like the whole magnet, right? They get.
I know
it is.
It's just that's fishing.
The pier was wide open. There's no one there. I'm telling you, there's no one there.
On the ice, it makes me laugh even more because it's just nothing. Kilometers of white.
Yes.
Right?
There's nothing.
National, that's all one hauler. Oh, that fuck! You turn around and say, "Wait, fucking!" Like, where you guys come from? Yep. 2 sleds, a snow bear, and 2 trucks. And we're like, wait, you just turn around. Where the hell that?
That's crazy. Well, it's like that on the water though. If you dip your net in the water, that's it.
I guess it just make a question. I mean, it could be just cultural stuff, right? Like I said,
I just said it's fishing stuff. I just told you, man. These are fishermen, bro. That's just how it is, man. People
that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's just if you're not catching and you shit like I mean you see somebody, that's just how it is.
Yeah, but if we're not like us, if we're not catching, we're not gonna go 2 feet from somebody.
In your head, though, you're thinking, how can I do this and
without
not be
looking suspiciously?
Because trust me, man, you might not just want to go on top of them, but you might go, I just need to get closer to see what depth.
Close enough, yeah.
Because it must be at 17 or something, man. Like, so we've done that, like, or you're going to try to cut off their line. Find falls. You're going to get the line. There's just different, more ways.
If you're in a boat, at least you can wait till the guy turns his head and cast at his boat.
Or you could just cast underneath it just to see.
or I've seen you do this. Don't lie, Santos, man. When that person leaves, they've had their fill. Just zoom over to them.
Oh yeah, that one I'll do. Fuck yeah, but I'm not gonna go there when he's still there. I got no shame. I'm going there after he's gone, man. But
the worst, man, is back in the day, man. Like when if I would snag or if someone snagged on me, it's gone both ways. Snagging their anchor line. Oh shit. Because you're freaking trying to lockboard and shit off them, man, and then you snag in their anchor line. That's
the worst.
The shame, bro.
Yeah,
it's snagged or whatever, and you're pulling it. Oh fuck, I'm on their anchor line, so you got to break it. That way you don't disrupt them. But when they pull anchor and the guy has a hook,
the hook's still there.
Then that's when you
throw my jig back. Back in the day, you don't see too many anchors no more. It's true, man.
No,
it used to be all anchors out there, man.
Yeah.
How the times change or whatever, right? Which is like, look at this one. You guys been watching like the Lindners have been putting out a pretty good
podcast. They've been putting out lots of stuff.
This one, like Jeremy Smith hosted, but this I didn't know. Let's watch this here. The history of leeches.
So at this time, nobody was fishing leeches.
Nobody was fishing leeches. It started in Alexandria. All of a sudden, we started hooking leeches on. Holy smokes, and then we got on Mille Lacs on the mud flats with it. This was like unbelievable. The Nightcrawler had a place, the minnow had a place, but the leeches, holy crap, the fish loved this thing. And it all of a sudden exploded all over the area. And Mille Lacs grabbed hold of that leech phenomena more than any other lake ever. And they even, Cork and leeches was way ahead of Cork and leeches, but it was all shallow water fishing. There was a guy named Jerry Anderson and Doc Sampson, who's still alive today and does courses on electronics, fish the PWT tournaments. Mm-hmm. They kicked butt on that lake, and a couple other guys on windy days that everybody's going to the mud flat. They go to the shallow rocks where nobody was at, and they were fishing leeches under a cork, and they were just winning every tournament on the lake.
Man, imagine you being on something like that no one is on.
Secret, yeah.
Like leeches is magic right now. We all know this, right? And imagine like you were the only one using leeches. You'd just be taking everyone's money for years, man.
That's crazy.
But just think, you find something.
I didn't know that. Worms are timeless, right? Like they go back all the way freaking the earliest Disney cartoons and are showing worms or whatever. I didn't know that no one was using leeches though, which is wild, man. Now you got to go find something that.
Find something.
But the thing, it has to be the right leech. It can't be those sand or ribbon leeches.
That's true too, eh? I learned that before, man. Those horse leeches, they don't.
Yeah, you put those horse leeches on there and
they won't eat them.
No, they won't even touch it.
Isn't that wild, eh? I mean, the fish know what their supper is, right? And they see leeches, man. They definitely see leeches. I know they don't see worms and stuff, but they love those things, man. So it's how that works. Actually, I don't know. There must be a scent on the bad ones.
It's got to be because I know that the worms have a bit of blood in them, right?
Yeah.
History of leeches, wild to me, man. That's cool shit, man. Like I like listening. Like Al Lindner could tell stories, just like Izumi, right? They just tell stories from they've forgotten more things than we know, kind of thing, right? And,
well, they've been there right from the start, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Well, that Lindy rig, that's them, right? The Lindner's rig is what it was.
Yeah, it was. And then they said, I remember watching a show a long time ago when they first started talking about what they were doing, and he said if we only got 1 cent of royalty from that.
So they never did, eh?
Nothing.
Because they didn't mass produce it, but people were copying their rig. Like they shortened it to like Lindy rig, and that's that Lindy company, and they're still successful. Takasaki, I think, still works for them, but it's the Lindner's rig. They invented it, and that's just a bent weight because you're dragging over things, and it's just a way to do a.
Because they started using it when they did when they were doing the green box, right? The Lowrance green box.
Yeah.
The green box. Oh my God, that's old shit. There's another fish finder here that I didn't know about. Like look at this. Look at this old thing. This I didn't even know existed.
What they did, they moved out that same little old creek channel out in the middle part. What they did, they moved out that same little old creek channel out in the middle part of the lake. They found a real nice, deep little hole out there. They were able to catch these bass off each side of it. Fred decided he'd just like to mark that spot, so if he ever came back here, he'd kind of know right where it is. So on the little Garcia graft, all he's got to do is just simply open the window, take him a ballpoint pen. He can triangulate right in on where he's at, mark it 300 yards off the old road bed. So he can come back and get right on this spot. If he wanted to, he could even write what the water temperature was, what time of the day it was, and everything on there. He just pulls that one roll of paper off and he puts it up and he has a permanent record of what the bottom of the lake looks like, what time of the day he was there, where the fish were, what he was catching them on, all the information he needs.
Technology, bro.
You've never seen those?
Triangulate? No. That's paper. Right?
You've never seen the paper graph?
So that's a paper graph, bro.
Yeah.
And fuck, he's like writing on it. It's like.
So you've seen one running.
The things that we take for granted now, eh?
Yeah.
Running?
Yes, I see one running.
Well, the paper is on like a scroll.
It's just a roll of paper.
Yeah.
and it would just go,
Yeah.
and then it just scribble, be like a lie detector test, just scribble. It would draw it out.
Holy shit! And you
But
can
he
open the window.
said he
open
had
the
to
window
mark
just
that
right
spot. How like if you're in the middle of nowhere, how are you getting back to that spot?
Well, you just kind of stop there and triangulate where you are, man.
I know he said triangulate, and
It's all triangulate,
too
man.
much,
Classic
Yeah.
compass freaking shit, man. Survival, man.
Come on, you're trying to tell me that when you first started fishing, you wouldn't line yourself up with a rock or a tree on that shoreline and another one there, and make
That
sure
is,
you're
yeah.
across from another one over there.
Yeah.
I still do it.
The only time it wouldn't work
landmark.
is if you're in the middle of Lake Winnipeg. Then you're screwed.
You got
It's
nothing.
hard to landmark there. I would landmark clouds. Fucking thing
Yeah,
moves again.
exactly right.
Landmark clouds.
That cloud that looks like My Little Pony. The heck, it's dragging now. But I still
Okay,
do it on Lake of the Woods.
Even Guile says, "What's so funny?"
Hey, what's so funny? Because Gal still has this, man. He knows how to use it. I'm an old coot now, but I'm still a young guy because I'm too young for the paper graph. That is wild. When I saw that, man, you got to think about it. Like, holy, jeez, you can write down the water temp too. Like
I should have.
Piranha Max was like revolutionary then. Like
Somebody I know had one, and I should have taken it just to keep it.
Yeah,
Just to keep-
that
yeah.
locator. Like you reminded me when you said the locator, that old Lowrance. At least
Yeah.
that was like radar, sonar, right? Like actually,
I can't even.
that's
I
still
know.
the
I
same
have.
technology.
I have one of the green boxes somewhere, and then I've got a couple other ones sitting around.
That's museum stuff, bro. Could you imagine sitting around a day and having a beer with the boys and bringing your scrolls out? Start sharing that on social media, eh? Reckon.
Yeah.
Check this out, everybody. Reckon.
This is where I
Yeah.
caught it. Hang on.
They were. It's in here somewhere.
At least you write down all the depth and the temperature and everything, man.
Okay, here's my whole thing.
You'd have to have two spools, one on each side, so you can just roll it back and forth.
Ouch! The last one of the things we used, the least one. That's
Ouch.
true, bro. 1970. Actually, the least winning cup predated that because I was 60s, man. This was 75.
Yeah,
But-
that's right.
But like Gal was saying, you're like Gal's an awesome angler, man, old timer now I call him too. But like these kind of things, those things, like because you didn't have technology like we have now, that made you a really good angler. Not a fisherman, you're an angler, and that's sort of what the old heads have a problem with nowadays is that the shortcut. Their perceived shortcut anyway to how they see it is
Yeah.
how they see it, and that's why they're all like, oh, these guys are on the NPFL now. Old heads, man. Fucking Zaldane is gonna jump soon too. He can't keep up. He's saying, man, I gotta pull myself out. He's on a 3-year slump now, right? Like, I
He's
mean,
on a
these are
slump,
really
yeah.
good anglers that just is not adjusting. But I still have to see their point of like, you have to be a
But
freaking.
so is it
good
him
angler.
adjusting, or is it his head that's not letting him adjust?
That's a mix. I mean, anyone can get a Connor Hellbuck, right? Like shit, that guy really is a good goalie, man. But once your head gets in the way,
Yeah.
Once your head gets in the way, man. Oh shit.
No, I mean, you got to think. I mean, it's just human nature. It's tough to change your ways that you're used to. Like these old guys, they're not used to what the
Yeah, but it's your
Like,
job. It's your job, so you have to change.
If your job's on the line,
Yeah,
and they're
you
still
gotta
catching them. Heck, if you take their weights, you take an Ish Monroe. Ish Monroe just won a tournament in California, by the
Monroe,
way.
yeah.
But it was like a flipping competition kind of thing. These guys still catch their share of fish. You just the proof
They're
is in
not
the
catching
pudding.
the
You
big
catch
ones,
you
right?
catch
You're
more
just not-
offshore with technology. You really do.
Well, and you're not figuring out which ones are the bigger ones.
That thing too. I mean, you're gonna flip this pad and that stump and this dock, and you just go. But if you're these guys are they're fucking going to the Gimli fish market, bro, and picking out that one, and then they go pester until it eats. Shit, how are you gonna compete against?
Well, they're hunting with it like an aquatic trail camera. That's what they're doing, man. They know
Well,
which way to go.
it's funny because we're sitting here talking about it, and on the weekend, I was talking to someone, and they were in a boat with one of the anglers out in Ontario that really know how to use the freaking scope.
Yeah.
And they said it was crazy. They just wouldn't even pull a rod out. They would just drive around. That's a walleye. That's this. This is that. This is a big one. That's not big enough. And then they said, "How do you know those are walleye?" He says, "Watch." And he throws out there, bang, it's a walleye right away.
And that's the
Not just watching and studying,
well.
right?
Santos asked the question: Is throwing out a rig and bait fishing, still fishing, this is where I say the same thing with like these crazy electronics now. Man, is that fishing? I actually feel like that's less of a sport than your shore fishing analogy. You know what I mean? It's how I see it. I've always said that. You guys know this or whatever, but
I mean, they're still studying. It's just different things, right? Like the old guys, they're used to studying the depth and the temperature and all that stuff. These guys, they're studying their screen. Say, okay, this dot don't matter. This big dot, this thing over here does. And they're just studying different things. It's like
studying pixels.
Not
touching the water and going like, they're at 11 feet today on the south-facing shorelines. But that's fishing, brother.
They're still studying, though, right? I mean, I don't like the fact that he didn't throw in a line, like, right? I mean, I think that's what bothers you the most is that these guys are riding around.
But that's how they pre-fish now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and I'll do that once in a while. I'll go pre-fishing and I'll just drop in the scope and I'll look around. No, okay, let's go see. Nothing big, then leave.
Yeah.
And I still
we used to do that too, though. Even without forward facing, we'd side image or just go try and see temperature in different bays, right? Or see water clarity in different parts. We're barely throwing, or you're throwing hooks that have no hooks on it, kind of thing. I mean, it's just a more advanced way, kind of thing. But
we were having like at supper time. Val says, it's how come we don't do spinners anymore? It's because it's the freaking forward facing sonar. It changes the way you fish.
Spinners and pulling stuff like that now is way of the dodo now if you have the technology. Ice fishing outdoors, walleyes don't cast a shad on the sides count. Lots to learn. They don't. I mean, they're narrower fish.
The shadow's narrow.
It's a different shadow.
It's just more to see than they are narrow. I mean, they're tacks. Because we'd always be looking for tic tacs back when I was. I don't side image much now, but I used to be onto that. And the bass were more circles, right?
Yeah.
You just sort of learned what you're looking at.
Yeah, it's just more time on the water, and you'll learn what you're seeing, and that's what these guys are doing. They, like you said, the guy's picking off fish. He knows which one. He knows what fish they are on the screen.
Yeah.
The lockboard guys are still angling more than some of these other technology guys, bro. I stand on that, man. Stand on business on that, brother.
Well, that's pretty much what you do is you just stand and wait.
Yeah.
It really is. The same thing, bro.
Just stand and wait.
With the head down. Yeah.
Except you get to sit in your chair and look at the freaking pelicans flying around.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I know. That's just how it is, bro. Was 80s curling a sport with a beer in the head and actually times change? Just enjoy. I hear you, brother, man. It's what it is.
Well, it's no different than professional hockey players. They'd be in the dressing room between periods having a stogie or smoking a beer.
Exactly.
And then going back on the ice.
Oh, they used to be good at that too. Like they would legit smoke and have beer.
Yep.
I saw a documentary, complete tangent again, but you guys see that thing where the Jofa helmets, like they were not meant to be like played serious hockey with. Remember Jofa? Yeah. Curry was wearing it. Like Gretzky wore it forever, right? They weren't real helmets, man. You would be better off wearing a bicycle helmet, apparently, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of pieces of plastic that was screwed together with no foam.
Good. Messier, I think, used it. What did he say? He used it for like 10 games or something, and then he hit his head one time, and he felt all of it, and he chucked it in the car. But if you read the fine print actually did say on these Jofa helmets, not meant for like high level hockey or something like that. What the hell? Oh, don't tell me that, bro. These Panthers are freaking good, bro. I just don't see it, man. I don't see how these guys are gonna beat them. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, hiding baits. We're gonna run through beats of the week here and stuff. But hiding baits. Remember, like you guys see, like is that still a thing? Whether you're doing it with your friends in the boat or like things like that. Like people like still. There's no secrets, man. Why would you have to hide your baits? But anyway, we'll talk about that.
No, people still hide baits.
I saw mention on the Bass Elites. They're saying some of the guys. I guess it's a problem because they're using baits that they're not being sponsored by, and that's why some of them. That's why some of them are hiding it.
A lot of the hiding is that. I don't think it's because like you can't. When they palm it, right?
Yeah.
This thing could have trebles in it, man. These guys are still palming it because you can get in trouble. But we'll talk about that quickly here. We'll get through beast of the week. really quick. I don't even think I got through all of them, but there's some here just because I started late. But Logan, like, there's a bunch of personal bests here. We got to congratulate Sichuski every week. He does go to school. He says soon he's going to catch more fish because it's almost out. But 38.
Right? Nice.
Congrats, Logan. Nice work on the 38.
That's a good one, man.
Well done. That's huge, man. Well done.
I like that picture too, though.
Nice, bro. You'll probably beat that. You keep fishing. 38 and a half. What is your guys' best cat? 38 and a half. One time I got. That's my personal best cat.
Mine's a 38.
It's hard to pass that.
It's hard to.
You ever hit that 40-inch mark, Mikey?
No, 39.
39.
39.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
We'll
talk more catfish as it comes up. As more whisker Wednesdays start to come up here, we'll talk more cats. But it's hard to hit that now. We'll get into cat talk in the upcoming episode. Ethan, Gator Chaser, give him a follow on Instagram. This is the kid we met at Sandy Lake when we were at the tournament. Yeah. He was the kid helping at the docks, and he's a fan of uncut and hunt fishing and bee and kicker fishing and whatnot. Like he got a new personal best. So he's the one telling me, probably the biggest walleye in this lake's like 24. And then the next day, Justin got a 27 and a 26. So then this kid went out and started fishing, man. So he put a big ass swim bait, but he put it on a hair jig.
On a hair jig.
Best of both worlds, man. You had a really bushy swim bait, I guess. And look how big it is. That's a big swim bait, man.
It is, yeah.
But
a big fish, man. Nice work.
Personal best for him there. Congrats, brother. 26.
Nice.
Good job on Sandy Lake. Michelangelo Tracero, what's going on, brotder? Got into his catch. I think he got a specialist there in one evening or something, man. He got the sandy ones there. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched Naked and Afraid, but they found a Sasquatch nest in it. No word of a lie, Eric. You don't have to sell me on it, brother. I know.
You, man. Come on, bro.
I know they're there.
Did they find the Sasquatch nets like this back in the 80s in this Naked and Afraid?
I got a video here. No, we're going to watch a video in a second after we get through Beast of the Week here. Yeah. He's out and about, bro. He's all jacked.
Right.
Just the one, eh? Just him.
Dakota Lightfoot, your man. Look at him, man. He just once you start catching big fish, man, it's hard to go back. And he's like, just a baby 36, he says. Just a baby. You start catching too many big fish, man. It's not the same no more. Come on. Mikey Boyce is 35 on the dot. Nice work, brother. Nice work. Those aren't baby fish, man. That's awesome. And we take catfishing for granted up here.
I know.
Yeah.
People kill for channel cats like this, man. I mean, there's big flatheads and blues down south, but there's a lot of places, especially that in-between zone, Midwest, Ontario, that would kill for our catfish, man. So, nice work. Keep catching them. Keep catching them. Jesse Salucci Long. He tried to post this here before. Montana paddlefish from this year. 14 of them they caught. That's something I've never.
That's crazy, eh?
Bass Pro tanks.
You know how big that thing is, yeah.
The thing is, I think you snag these things. I don't know if they even eat.
I think they do snag them.
Yeah, it's a snagging system of somebody. Yeah, they eat plankton or something like that. Those are big fish, though, bro.
Big one, though, man. Yeah.
Damn. Nice work there. Gothel's out there hammering the bass out there, hammering them out there. I lack the Bonnie. Got to get back out there, kind of thing. We'll have that jackpot June 19. I got to make a poster. I got all this Lake of the Prairie shit going on, but we're gonna make a poster for that weekday jackpot Thursday, June 19. We're gonna try 5 to 9 p.m., 5 to 9:30, something like that. But they're biting. And look at Winty. You guys remember Steve Wintemute?
Yeah.
Winty. That's Hook Magazine before Hook Magazine, bro.
Exactly.
Wintemute's still hanging around, kind of thing, or whatever. That cool stuff there. Nice work, Jeff. Those are your beasts of the week. Who's a beast this week? Keep stealing our cut baits there. Yeah, the Pelican friends. Yeah, man. No,
I'm gonna give it to the first one.
The catfish?
Yeah.
Logan.
That's a nice photo. I like that one.
Yeah. I like that picture.
I like it too then. Logan Sichuski, you are a beast of the week, brother. I think that's a 2-time winner now for Logan. Nice work.
Nice
work, son. Good job there. We'll touch base about the gone fishing trip coming up, and maybe you'll be on it, kind of thing. We'll talk. What was I saying? I was going to show you guys something. Not
Sasquatch stuff.
I don't know, some Sasquatch nest back from the 80s
or whatever.
I didn't send it to myself. Well, this leaves it for next week or whatever. There's all these stupid AI
cliffhanger.
But the real footage, next week. Anyway. Look at this dumb thing. This dumb deal.
Back to you, Heather.
Don't miss the boat 400.
There we go. This popular type of fishing boat can get into shallow water to pursue the large and smallmouth fish it's named for. Heather.
What is bass?
Yeah, it's a bass boat.
Shape of you, 400.
What?
Also called
How do they accept that? I don't understand. Like,
Bass?
how can you say bass?
I don't know. Maybe
And they
she
give
said
it-
bass just with a slang.
It was bass.
No,
folks?
bro, bass and
Bass,
bass.
bro?
What is bass? Anyway,
If I was a guy
Jeffrey.
standing beside her, I'd say, "What the hell, man?"
Lost all
Whoever-
respect for Jeffrey.
Whoever verifies the answers made a mistake, man. That they did. I'm telling you, man.
They have to go back after commercial. They went back. Actually, you have to pronounce it correctly. You do have to pronounce this correctly on that show.
You have to. Yeah, that's it.
Who's
That
the
ain't
new
right.
guy on the bottom? Oh, Santos is here, bro. Last topic before we go. Oh no, let me show this video first. Lake of the Prairies this week. Got to show it. This was from 2022. Hype it up. Santos, you have never fished Lake of the Prairies, right?
Nope, never, dude.
Oh, we will learn
Be
from
the
this.
first time this weekend, man.
Coming to you from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I've got a phenomenal hot bite going on right now that I want to share with your viewers at the western edge of the province. It is on Lake of the Prairies, arguably the top walleye fishery in all of central Canada. It is that great out there. The fish are post-spawn. We're in mid-late June right now, and they are attacking everything in sight. I was out there with good buddy Mike Tatoli for a tournament last weekend, and during practice, we caught anywhere from 150 to 200 fish, something insane like that. It was nuts. And then about 100 fish each tournament day when we honed in on a particular size that we were going after. The entire lake is chock full of 15 to 20-inch fat walleye. And then you got these massive schools of 22 to 26-inch prairie gold, chunky beasts. And at any given time, you can catch a 28, 29 to 30. We lucked into a 28.75 there last weekend too. So
don't show my
at any
spot.
given time, you can catch one of those fish of a lifetime on this.
Yeah, that was the first
It's always
cast,
great
too.
walleye fishing
That
on
was
Lake
like
of
the
the
first
Prairies.
cast.
This particular post-spawn bite will go probably a few weeks into July this year. We're talking well over 100 fish for two people in a boat. It's so much fun. They roam around in massive schools all over the lake. That's Monty. It doesn't really matter where you target them out there, north, south, east, west. You literally cannot go wrong. You throw up into the weeds.
So that's there's Santos. That's right by the launch.
Fish the first break, 8 to 14 feet or so.
It is.
Fish deeper and the river
You go as
channel that
far as you
meanders
want,
throughout
as
the
close as
system.
you want, you're
Whatever
gonna
you
have a
want,
fish.
whatever floats your boat, give it a
That's
shot.
right by the launch, right
and
there. This is
and it'll
farther.
work. It's insane. It really is truly insane out there. It doesn't matter how you like to catch them. You can jig for them, pitch for them, cast, slip bobber, crankbait, bottom bouncers, whatever you want to do. You could probably cut a piece of shoelace and drop it down there and still get bit. It's that good.
Mike said shoelace. It reminded me of nice fish.
My favorite way to target walleye out there is throwing plastics everywhere. So whether that be a Ned rig, swim bait. My absolute favorite right now is the Kalen's Lunker Grub. 5-inch, any color. Throw it out there, hop it a couple times, and pow! They're hitting it so hard. These fish are so hungry, and like I said, eating everything in sight.
Double header. There's a whole pile of these out there. Lake of the Prairies full of these. 25, 26. And then you get a whole pile of 15 to 18 inches too.
It's bookended by two fabulous towns, Roblin and Russell. Plenty of places to stay, get food, bait, supplies, you name it. Full of great people, very friendly. Lake of the Prairies, if you've never been, now is the time. Now is the time for sure. It's my vote for the top walleye fishery in central Canada. Some might argue with me, but it's got my vote. It's that good. So give it a shot. This is Eric Labopa once again, and that's the report for Angling Buzz. I'll see you guys at the next.
That's
nice,
bro.
It better be like that this weekend, bro.
It is, man.
It is. It's just. It's like that all the time.
I can't wait, brother.
It's like that all the time.
Always, bro. And that goes after Canada Day even. It's nuts, bro. It is like
yeah.
It's like that in August too.
Yeah, it's true. You just fish a little deeper. But actually, it's all over the place, man. Like shit.
I mean, all I worry about is catching the bigger fish, man. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you're gonna have to get big fish too, right? So that's the biggest thing. Is like, yeah. Go back, take notes, bro. Just match them up, bro. Bring the magnifying glass out.
Gonna print each shoreline, man.
Nebraska. That's not too far from us to go for paddlefish. Actually, that's not that far, bro.
It is, eh?
The worst part is we get that 20. What was that? 28.5 or 29, and we never even went back.
I remember you guys telling me you guys didn't go back that spot.
We caught it there. We didn't even go back there because every spot is good, so then it's hard to leave. Yeah. The technique, sometimes it's like, you got to go there, Mikey boy. Even from shore, you hammer it there, man.
My personal best rock bass is from there. But what's it called? Like you have to catch you take your average size. If you're only catching, okay, they're all 16.
Then you're stuck in a small school.
I said you go out and try. If you start catching 20, like Klopak said this a long time ago too, man. If you're catching like 22s and 23s, there's going to be a 26, 27, 28.
Yeah,
something like that. Like that's sort of the idea. If you're catching all 14 inches, me and Dino, we did one whole day of tournament spot going back and forth with spinners,
and all 14s.
14. We're gonna get a 28 eventually, bro. 300 fucking fish later, still 14 inches. Nothing grew. Like,
yeah,
so dumb. You just learn, right? Time on the water. You learn from that. We never do that again. Like, you know what I mean? You're because you see, we thought we were marking big fish, but those are carp. There's a big carp. We were marking carp, and we thought
lots
they were
of carp
walleye.
there.
Lots of carp, eh?
Lots of carp there.
It'll be fun to catch one of those too, man.
Nice, Cheryl. Nice. They tried it after reading an article. You're like, appreciate that. It's great. It's 3.5 hours from Winnipeg or so. It's still Manitoba. Go. Saskatchewan people, your Saskatchewan license still works there. You'll watch. Payman, first time ever. Payman, Dr. Payman, you're gonna. No, you're not. Everyone's got a shot to win, and that's the thing. Mike knows. Mike's fished this term for 20 years. Everyone's got a shot to win there, man.
You always have a shot to win there.
Because
especially when there's big fish involved, you have a shot to win. If it's slots, the only time you're out of it is if it's strictly slots.
Because those perfect 17s, they are specific schools, right? You have to catch like 300 fish to filter out really 5-6 good ones. But we got big fish in this one, 2 big ones and 3 unders.
Yeah.
Fuck, anyone can pull out 2
I know. Justin was saying, just imagine if 2 Filipinos win.
Maybe, but you never know.
You never know.
The first time we go to this kind of catch, hold, and release stuff, and 2 Filipinos win.
Well, there you go. Shit. Oh, it's good they got live scope. That's why.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got 2 live scopes in the.
Everyone's got 2, bro.
Yeah. And you're gonna see your live scope thingy. Mike had it down before. It's just fireball. This fireball. Like, what do you want to throw at me?
See, and we were talking about that just earlier. Like the good guys, they would say, "Hey, like we know which fish we're going after," even if they see that many fish on there.
Yeah, that's if you don't. Yeah.
That's a difference.
After a while, you just stop looking at it because it just drives you bonkers.
Because you 360 it, and it makes no diff. Like it just makes no difference, man. Throw it this way, that way. We're not even exaggerating, but when you get there, you'll see, man. The only thing that makes it harder is just like if it's a hurricane.
Yeah.
Then of course you can't just fish how you want to fish, right? But stable weather this week, it'll be good.
We'll play holds, man. Can't wait, brother.
Oh my God. Anyway,
I think Nash got what, a 24 off the docks.
Off the docks.
Yeah. Eh?
Offshore. Yeah. And then we went off to the old launch, just down the road there. Can't see from shore. I had pictures last week. And
there's lots of spots to fish from shore because I know Jess wants to fish too, man.
At the launch.
I'll let her know that.
Yeah,
I'll let her know, bro.
There. We're gonna have a picker rig competition. Watch.
Yeah, go against her, bro.
Anyway, not that hot this weekend. Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be like plus 22 only and stuff. It's perfect.
What's the matter with plus 22? What do you guys want? 32?
No, he said it's nice. What the fuck?
That is perfect. These fish will be going. Oh my God. Anyway, on that note, that we've got, like I said, Prairie Walleye Classic. We got the Lactabani event too. Watch it. We're gonna go live at 1:00 Friday. Remember, it's a Friday-Saturday tournament. Weekdays, you're at work. Play it. 1:00. You're at work or wherever you're doing there. Play it down there. Leaderboard will go up. And then Saturday, same thing. 1:00 we'll go live. So you'll see their catches. You won't see their weigh-ins because they're going to weigh in 3 fish, actual weigh-in.
Yeah. And
then we're going to CPR. And the top 10 on day 1, we're not going to know their scores till we get to the stage on Saturday. We're going to do a hot seat, and it'll be cool. We'll see how it all. We'll talk about it all on Monday, and we'll see what goes on there.
Can't wait, man.
Should be home for Father's Day too. Being on a Friday, Saturday. I love it. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Fur dads, you name it, man. Everyone's a father figure to somebody. Takes a village. Appreciate you all for loving fishing. Spread the good word. Be safe, everyone. Let's go see some Beast of the Weeks next week. And peace out, everyone.
Go, man.
Santos, this is your first Father's Day, bro?
It is, brother.
Snap.
It is, man.
Wow.
It'll be fun, man.
How about that?
Not bad at 50.
I'm not 50 just yet, bro. Not yet.
Peace out, everybody. Happy Dad's Day. Appreciate you all.
Peace.
Just nice to be out, Mike.
Have a good one.
Exactly. Just nice to be out.
Yep.